Hello. This is Xscape Reading Estimates. Now, my goal is to be within 20 minutes, but I ain't too sure about that. But I'm going to start off with Tiny first because I've already have one of her here with Toya and Tamar, so you can definitely put that link below. You want to look at that one that I did several months ago, and then I'm gonna go to the sisters because theirs gonna be the longest, and then I'm gonna end with Kandi because I believe hers is straight Taurus to the point. But I do want to give their um and definitely much rolling power, much great in power to Delores and also to Earl Hyman. And Delores, I read her autobiography. Oh gosh, I got it from one of these favorite bookstores, Walden Books, and I believe that was the name of it. They used to have some good books there, and it was sad that they had to shut down, but it was one of the great books that I got from them, and I read her autobiography, and I am going to do and it actually had been a part of my plan, but you all, if you review this timeline I've been watching it, you all know how, how it goes, the deck of cards and the schedule for the but Delaree's autobiography is, I tell you, it's interesting. Earl Hyman, I, I'm not exactly sure if I knew he was the character of Thundercats. I'm not sure. I know it was something that I kind of know what it is, but it ain't something I watch. Um, and also he did Shakespeare, and he also was the grandfather on the Cosby Show. I always confuse him and Icy Davis, and then the woman. Okay, so who played his wife on the Cosby Show? And Ruby, do you see how those grandparents they really look like they could have been um like killing each other because they really so much favor each other. Like I think her name was Clarita and then Ruby Davis. Like all of them really did so much favor each other. And so I definitely want to bring that in. Do check the hashtag Celebus um website. So thanks to all that supported. Do share of it. And definitely there will be updates. Right now it's just in the pre-launching stage. So right now, depending on thy schedule and everyone else that's on board, that's when it'll be having a regular schedule of the changes and so forth. So mainly you can put it on your Pinterest board. You can put it on your Twitter. Reminder hashtag. Celebs, capital CELEB, capital EST. That's where updates will be, celebrity gossip and so forth like that. And so I'm going to begin this reading here with with Tiny about the whole Xscape tour. I've seen the like the shows and stuff like that. It's so interesting. It really is. Xscape really was not one of my favorite groups when they first came out. I just they just was they had good songs, but so far as to keep me interested, and maybe because they played it too much. It ain't no maybe, it was because they played it too much. And I'm the kind of person I become like a rebel. Like I don't like that, and I could like it, but they just played it too much. And then it was like the only gospel song they ever sung was "Is My Living in Vain." And I'm like, okay, is that the only gospel song y'all know and stuff like that? Oh, cause y'all get there and break out with some other songs. I know that the only church song. Like so starting out with the group Xscape. Okay, this group here. Um, I do want to mention that in the estimate I have is that this tour here, like I say, Tamika and Tasha, y'all are on eggshells, okay? Yes, like in episode 3, don't upset Candy, because right now the court is hers. That's all to it right now. And I heard people get there and say stuff and be posting stuff. And matter of fact, before I read the comments and people gave their replies, somebody was saying, "Oh, well, those sisters, they could do it on their own, whatever." Like, no, they can't. And I'm gonna break down into that as I discuss that individually of them first. But no, they can't. They tried. I was like, yeah, they tried. It was like, well, maybe they. No, 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 no. uh, I kept up with the interviews and so forth like that. They were doing some interviews. They wasn't at high demand. People weren't really, whatever. I know Tamika, she had an album, and I know she did have a video out. She said it was shelved, but I did see the video that was attempted to, I don't know, come on the chart. It was a good song, but I don't even remember it. I remember it was a video kind of. It had the clothing very similar to like My Little Secret or something like that, but it was like that color was the background and stuff like that. And it was a good song, but I don't even remember the song. I remember it had a good melody, everything was even, but hey. And it kind of like, with the deck of cards and the reality of life was like, she was going to have to be filling up to like the upcoming Southern Kelly Price and stuff like that. And I'm gonna break down into about that too, okay? I don't know her sign, something like, hey, don't get there and look up her sign, don't look up day signs. Now I already know Candy is a Taurus, and Tiny is an Aqua sign. So the heavy, she not heavy, but the big, the sister. I'm gonna estimate her. The one that I estimated, Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius. That's what I estimated her at. She had her birthday was, I believe, November 19th or something like that. So I really want to do this here without knowing that information and then come back and compare it up later. But so she came out as a Scorpio. Um, she has a lot of loud Leo in her, and like I said, Pisces, Sagittarius, really. And she I'm gonna get into that individual, but I want to break into Tiny One. Like I say, do definitely check the link below here, below there. Check it there and review that video, and that gives you a start off about, like with Tiny. I could just say Tiny is like the Libra part of this here. It's good that her and T.I. was able to, balance, work it out with the daughter on tour. And the latest reports is that they're supposed to be going through some debt and something like that. Like, they really spend very lavish. They spend forward instead of, they have budgets with some stuff, but not budget everything. Like, some, you know what I'm saying? And then kind of, you don't want to live where, you know what I'm saying? But hey, Uranus and Taurus, Saturn, y'all gonna have to get there. Y'all gonna get 90+% budget tip. And I know me, I'm a different deck of cards and tax bracket and all that. I don't even touch the tax bracket, really. We ain't even about to get up in there, okay? But hey, one day, hey, my digits could be good and tax friendly. I definitely for that. So with Tiny, hey, she don't want to be, she don't even want to be two notches above broke. Okay, that's all to it. And then the possibility of her having a divorce, she want her mom to get there and be well taken care of, and her mom not be struggling or have to be in some, community living where her, the children gotta leave at a certain time, and she can't come in with her tour and all that. She got a bunch of children and stuff like that. And you can't be, so people trying to get there and keep their houses and stuff like that so they can have their freedom. Because you don't want those people, you go to the low income housing things, and they get there and they monitoring, and, Tiny got a whole bunch of children and all that kind of stuff like that. And, now Zonique, I'm at the kind of pair off Zonique with with whatchamacallit. Now, the difference, one raised in the South, one in the North and stuff like that. So one Virgo and Zonique, I didn't check her. I probably did saw a sign. I know they did birthday parties and stuff like that, but I ain't keep up with that. But I still would estimate her more like a, her and Regine, they could both be, Southern Gloom Sagittarius. Now I'm not saying all Sagittarius in the South are like that, but just listen to the title that I said. So Nick, this tour here, everything that she's doing and so forth like that, she just gonna need her mom along the way. That's look. I can't give you no sugar. She needs her mother, um, to really keep her up, and she needs to be trying to get all the business and street extra out of her mom, and and I could tell she a kind of person. She very basic with books and stuff like that. Uh, but you're gonna eventually have to, do for your own self. But she's not a person that's gonna really be able to be like the matriarch or the antriarch in the upcoming future. It's most likely gonna be tiny boys. Those two boys most likely gonna be like the patriarchs more than she will be a matriarch or antriarch. It's like, so that's the main thing I say with tiny situation. And the little girl, what's it, Eris? She looked just like, oh gosh, yes, yes. She definitely, definitely looked Eris of the grandmother. I mean, she looks just like the grandmother. I think her name is Diana, I believe the grandmother name is. And she looked just like her. And definitely, most of those like the aqua sign, like tiny guy, most of them usually get like very good supportive families, and they're able to advance real good. And so that's definitely been able to keep her afloat, and with all that Libra in her back chart. So next, let me get on to the sisters, and look like this video is gonna be about 30 minutes, because the sisters are gonna be a very long time. I do my best to condense it and hope you understand on the line. So I don't know what sister to start with first. So sister, I'm gonna be like, so I'm gonna call them both sisters. So this is not including directly Tiny and Kandi. So okay, so because two of them got the same name, because Tiny named Tamika, and then the sister named Tamika, and then y'all know how it is. So let's start off with Tamika, the lead singer, and so she sings a lot of lead songs. She's a real good singer. Now, it is kind of good that her solo project did not come out, and it doesn't sound nice to say that, but hey, it's a deck of cards, because it's so much. Fans will get there and they'll boost you to come out. You know what I'm saying? People get there and say, hey, go run out into that traffic and stuff like that. You cross that highway and know goddamn well, hey, you need to wait till that light turn red, or take your time till this traffic calm down, kind of thing. So, yeah, the fans did want him back, but yeah, it took about 20 years that, for it to be really valuable. And I understand directly what Kandi has a lot of good Taurus foundation points, and they really need to listen to him. Like I say, eggshells, y'all walking on eggshells. And right now, because she's the business person, definitely into what had y'all feeling when y'all did 3, and then they had another girl named Keisha and stuff like that. It was very interesting also to see the one that didn't make it, to also, she came in the beginning of the episode. So that was real interesting, because I always was curious about that. Still curious how this movie would win and stuff like that. But if she would have came back out during that time when she had a solo project and stuff like that, it was something in the back. So men be having intuition, but they play so hard and whatever like that. But it's some Capricorn with some sense, along with some Virgo and some Leos. All those males that came like in the back, they don't know about it, or they may have a piece idea, whatever like that. And the reality is that it was kind of gonna be like with the the fans, or eggshells and sponges also. So it's gonna be this thing as though she was gonna be like an upcoming Southern Kelly Price, and that just would not, And even though Kelly Price was the at that time or shortly after was transitioning to the gospel world or something like that, and it didn't work out. But I just would, my feelings would have just really been hurt to just be sitting back and be a watcher, aware of what was going on and stuff like that, and definitely things would have went more downhill. Her spirits would have definitely been more broken. And she just have to understand, being raised up in church, they put you up in this extreme Pisces, Aquarius, type of mentality, especially in the cipher. And I could tell that they are a very church family just by the ideas that they come up with, and like and what caused the arguments and so forth like that. So myself being from the Bayou, the South, so forth like that, and then also, my conflict, um living down there. I you can't just live to eat. I'm gonna stop it at that. Food is good, but you gotta go beyond food. So business wise, I've always had a up whatchamacallit interest, and the fact is, you cannot really survive off of just having a southern tour where Atlanta and Virginia or is with a major label. Let me say that, with a major label. Now with the local label and budgets and stuff like that, but these here were national artists, and hey, you have to make it to New York. That's all. It ain't no exception. You may came, you even need to make it to Canada and UK to meet that, readjusting your contracts, so for like 20, 30 years later, your royalties and your value, your legend, and so like that. You have to make it. You have to make a mark up on a New York audience. Something you have to understand is that the New York audience is kind of, like I say, you're going to have to go to the Mirror video to get a piece of idea of what I'm saying. Now, understand that Xscape music, people ain't coming for no church music. They ain't coming for that. They coming for, hey, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Like, they coming for that kind of stuff. And a lot of your ideas, they're interesting, but it cater more toward you being like the Leo, more like a Leo Aquarius up in church, leading, the praise team. Feels so good, and that would have been good for if it was a midnight couples retreat. Feels so good. You made me clap your hand. Like if it was something like that listing that you put down would have been okay. But to do a nationwide tour, you have Detroit on the list, and okay, even with all the crime there, that could and should be the Black Mecca, but it's gonna get back to that, okay? Y'all seen they had a soul out show. Detroit is gonna be back on the map. Let me tell you what I say. It won't be overnight, but it will happen. Detroit will be back on the map. Black Mecca, okay? And I'm also gonna give you all the top 5 places of this that this tour is gonna have to make and break for them to go further. And for Kandi, like it did, like with Kandi, not about making Kandi ain't about making no shit moves, okay? And being up in the, being up in they could really lead, push, or Pisces you that way till you making some shit moves, some mortar moves. And so she had a good idea, but just for the setting, the type of tour, and being that there was a major label, this is not a Southern Chitlin Circuit tour. This is not a a Southern local artist, like somebody that just, you ain't gonna go above the South. You are a national artist. You have to. Okay, they already proved Detroit. They got opportunity at BET. You want things to flow very even, and it's a reason why they do different marketing to different regions. I noticed that being out in the mid area within the last month or so, I've noticed like they got the song "Work It Out, Work It Out," that gospel song "Work It Out." Here, work it out. It couldn't came by your baby pair of shoes, and I noticed they had that on a lot of commercials, even with beige folks in it. So you have to you want to make moves, and you want to do something that's very adjustable, very understanding, and that meets to the audience, that doesn't look generic, that doesn't look like it's not diverse flowing and stuff like that. And so Feel So Good flows with everybody, whether you single, whether you coupled, and so forth like that. So that has to be understood. And having a strong spirit, coming from out the church, and you singing out in the secular word is going, what I'm saying? The sisters got, they changed it, I know, but that was a nice house. I believe they showed Tamika house. Oh, that was a very nice house. Very nice house. No, it wasn't Tamika, it was Tasha, I believe, house. It was one of them house. I believe it was Tasha. I'm trying to get what would I'm gonna call one lead singer and the follow-up singer, the one that's with Tiny. So I'm still primarily talking about the lead singer, everything I said about her, talking about her solo career. Now, will she ever have no, she just will do plays. And the reality is that you and Kandi are both more supportive singers. You all are suited for a group, and that's just like where it stops at. To be in plays, to be in Broadways, people don't want to be, but you know what I'm saying? It's just a real deck of cards. People just don't want to be. They don't want to hear you for a whole long set or as the main artist. They just not gonna put up with you that season. You're a person that you're talented, but you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? It's a talent to where you're gonna have to have people miss you, and then you come in. You're gonna, doing features on songs and so forth like that. That's the thing with lead singer of Xscape. You know which one I'm talking about. She's the oldest. She's the lead singer. And that's the soul. You can't, like I said, it was good if she would have came out that time. And I'm sure people, I know some people watch that be like, oh God, yeah, you thought about, yeah, sure, yeah. She was gonna be, like I said, it was gonna be, and I really admire I really like Kelly Price. I really do. I really do. And just that comparison things. And if you have to choose who be on who ticket, you're on a budget, and you're like, hey, I got child care available, or I only could take off from work one of these days. It's like it just was gonna be too much. And that's what it is. Now the other sister, the one that I'm called. That's the one I estimate at the Leo Pisces Sagittarius. She too much, and that probably all those together can probably equal out, I'm sure, to a Scorpio. She just too much. She has her Jihedo in her boo Jihedo, or Jihedo. No, she ain't boo Jihedo. She just Jihedo. And she's just like one of the people that come to church. She trying to be nice, but she agitating at the same time. And she's talented. But it's like, ooh, like, your spirit is just clingy. Like, give me a break. I like you, but you gonna make me sure I hate you kind of thing. And that's the kind of thing, like, where, I don't think she just want to make money. She don't care, like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And she's not a book type of person, so... her thing is about she get her money, she got her man to lay up on. That's all she about. Primarily she do this here production, and this is what Leo, this is what I did and stuff like, and I'm for this here kind of thing, and this is my kind of thing. That's like, and they do say Leo and Scorpio can be very much similar mimics of each other, but one is just to the fire and one's to the water. She's, very, very, like I said, that Leo Pisces. And that, like I said, that church part with the Pisces come in, very dreamery, and that's Xscape for real. Very dreamery of stuff that just don't come to level, so they need the Taurus. They need that Taurus. They need that Taurus, okay, to keep the group, going national and keep things, okay, let's get this done. That's what we need to do. And she's a person, like I said, she ain't into the books. You heard her when she got there, she said about Kandi always having a piece of paper and stuff like that, because she ain't in, she get it, and that's how, she just that type of person. One of those kind of people that they can survive off reading kind of thing. So she more of an employee type of party. That's what she is. And she had her daughter during that time. So like I say, Leo type. She was Leo spirit, and it probably went a whole lot deeper than the interview. She probably was really, just cutting it down to the time and just making it as professional as possible. As she's aware. About the whole pregnancy thing and forced to give an abortion and stuff like that. I thought she had a boy, but she had a girl. But I believe they had their children. I'm trying to recall. Was it Kandi or Tiny? The last hit that Xscape really had, and it was on a movie sound to keep it moving on, and that's where the lead singer can get changed. Yeah, and it was rolling too. And she needs to do more little features. Bring that little 90s little that thing back. She really needs to bring that back. But they had like their children. I'm trying to remember. Did this sister that I'm talking about now? Did she have her child up in there? Cause I know her child was the first of all of them. And then on the show, being Tana had talked about her having, forced to have an abortion and so forth like that. She was like 15 or 16, something like that. So her and Tiny were the same age. So many years later, she looked like she was kind of like hot, but she was like monogamous hot, like hot behind a man kind of thing, but like a man. But she, that Scorpio, how they say those Scorpios be extra wet and they could get, be young, but she's like really like, oh, that's my husband, that's my man, like Leo, like who? No, don't come near my man. Yes, that's my man. He loves me, and this is look what he did for me. That's the kind that she is. But I don't recall that she had her daughter in the video. I believe Tiny had her baby up in there. I'm trying to remember whether she was a baby or she was a toddler. I'm trying to recall all that, but I'm gonna go back and look at that video. Keep it moving on. It was with MC Light up in there. It was rolling too. And so the video they had, it was the video where she was pregnant and it was dancing. The video was better than the actual beats and stuff like that. It wasn't bad, but the video just was like, it could have just, a deaf person could have really just enjoyed it all that by itself. And it just was, compared to the other songs, it just wasn't competing up, okay? And it wasn't bad. It was mediocre. That's the word I want to use. And so I'm gonna close in on, but I believe I didn't say enough about this sister. Like I say, Leo, that you just go on and on and on and on about them, but I ain't about to do that. And then this video getting close to 30 minutes. So then speak about Kandi. Kandi is practically from a business sense, right? And if you down up in the Gulf of Mexico, touching it, whatever like that, you ain't got the business, whatchamacallit, the furthest you go is, right there. And I know many y'all gonna get offended by what I say, but hey, this is just deck of card truth. So Kandi's been a long way, and I believe she's been kinda out of the country. You know what I'm saying? Our portfolio out the country. I know on Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm talking about so far as with her business products, like besides, I know she do more than candy coated in her restaurant. I'm gonna talk about her restaurant part on here. That I was gonna do an individual video for, so this be the perfect video to put all that together. So with Kandi, she's a book person, and obviously that just something that was something that she just that was of her, and being that she was raised by a bunch of aunts and I'm sure a grandmother, great aunts, and so forth like that, and maybe a few pieces of uncles or whatever like that. She has the books, and she had that older brother was fine. And you know who else was fine? The sister that I talk about, the Leo type of sister that's up in that group. Oh, her husband fine too. Yes, he is fine. He's strong. He built. Oh gosh, he really is fine. Now the other sister, the lead sister, her husband, he alright looking, I'm saying like that. But get back on the Kandi. Kandi, I admire her so much, okay? Because she reminds me of my favorite cousin that I'm gonna say was the really by my side, really, what I'm saying, for the deck of cards, really got me through, as young, always, just had a lot of good characteristics of them, was like, what you call one of the best people in my place. My Pisces cousin, they favor each other so much. Now, I can't say every little thing they do each other, but like business wise, they just have so much in common in relationships that they would have with friends and family and so forth like that. And definitely being a lead part, and that that Pisces cousin is gonna be definitely a matriarch, antriarch, one of them. And Kandi just have a lot of good traits outside of the thing with whatever the menages and all that kind of stuff. But just speaking on a business wise, I admire her. You know what I'm saying? When she got there on Housewives of Atlanta, and she didn't go all the way out, like she really went on there business wise. I admire how she brought her own personality. She laid foundation. It made you kind of like, okay, I don't want to watch that reality stuff, but it made you kind of watch it because of Kandi. If you got personality that what they call us, like us that like to watch the Breakfast Club, but we ain't all like, we can't do ghetto or poverty 24/7 kind of thing. We can't do that kind of thing. But what they say, we got ghetto tendencies or whatever like that. But that's kind of like what kind of had us to like, okay, I'll watch the whole Housewives of Atlanta. Because when I found out she was on it, that kind of had me more so in tune to the show and more interested in people that was having conversations about Housewives of Atlanta. Her business part that she had on there, the way she had a lot of good points. Like if you just watch the show for whatchamacallit, but you could learn a lot of good business angles and points and drafts and XYs from Kandi. She's real good at it. Everything's, what I'm saying, you have to strive for perfection. That's what, what I'm saying, Cardi B said make money moves, that's part of making money moves. And you know what I'm saying? You know where Cardi B was raised, and Kandi understand, you know what I'm saying, even though she was raised where she was raised, but she understands. Okay, that's part of the book. So you may also want to watch the Cardi B video, if you're getting offended by what I'm saying right now. So this video gonna cut close to 40 minutes. I'm gonna do my best to try to close up on this here because I do want to talk about the restaurant old lady gang. So I really do admire Kandi so much. Y'all just gotta really flow about what she said, because she's gonna have a lot of good suggestions. Yeah, Jermaine Dupri is, he do have to get some credit for kind of joining up this reunion where it was intentional, whatever. I know. I ain't about to rest on it, okay? I ain't about it. Y'all doing what y'all doing. Let's move forward. Sisters on eggshell. Hopefully they don't make you mad or anything like that. But you like her. But hey, Kandi's gonna do her best to really do to you, the fans. But really, it's some back stuff with those sisters. Like I said, with their little church stuff that are really just they would tack you off, okay? Really would. And like I said, that church, that this church, they're like, I ain't even about for saying it. And it is good, Kandi, like I said, she really is, like I said, foundation. She still maintained a relationship with the girl that didn't make it in the group. You don't have to feel sorry about it. Hey, she went on to do her life. That was, you know what I'm saying? You all have to understand. You know what I'm saying? Because you both could get there trying to, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying, if she need $50, and even though you made it and she was left out, you could at least give her $50 without feeling it hurting your pocket, or saying, hey, you got to pay me that $50 back. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not a thing like, hey, if they feel that that person's not sued, you come in like, hey, well, you know what I'm saying? Because she could be a good business person. She could still be a good paralegal. She still could be a good, you might not want to be a personal assistant if you've been in a group and don't want to say that, but hey, maybe something else meant for her to be a journey, but it's not a reason to get there and lose relationship or feel that you're not loyal and so forth like that, or live in regret. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Things, you know what I'm saying? Life is like the moon. You have to get there. Live stuff, some steps you have to take. I mean, you ain't on welfare, you ain't on food stamps, you're doing good with your business, you learn the experience, you carry it over, you know what I'm saying? Things are what it is, and it may not went perfect, and you know what I'm saying, me being the awkward that I am, I like perfection too. I have a lot of Libra like Tiny in my chart and stuff like that, so that's why I can really, understand Tiny and Kandi so much. Really can. And the other sister, the Leo type of sister, she real deep, okay? Even though she awkward, she real deep. Like she too much deep for y'all, okay? So, speaking about the old lady gang thing, which having the, and I'm gonna put that, like I said, I'm putting this on this video here, like with that. Kandi and them, I'm sure she's aware of stuff. She's working on it. She's and now, okay, we got this here, we got to see, she's gonna be going for A+ if it's not already there. You see how she's interpersonal, she comes there, and stuff like that. But definitely, you have to have real. See, a lot of these people. This is not like the old days. Like in the old days, like I said, I remember a time with McDonald's, and I wanted to work at McDonald's. Remember, I was in low elementary school, the under part of elementary school, and they had clean folks working at McDonald's. They had like the honor students in high school and college, and maybe like one, two, or three single parents that were clean and real serious about the working at McDonald's. And that's exactly what you're gonna have to go for. Hashtag consult FF with old lady gang, you all having restaurants, because I don't want to be spending several days, weeks, and stuff like that. If I do take a trip out towards y'all way, or y'all catering an event and stuff like that, I need stuff like I'm picky, okay? I'm picky. And if your food is bad, I will talk about it. If you got don't nobody get there and don't wash your hands properly, have the good quality hair nets on your head. I need my tables clean. I've been known to go to these places and I get there and eat at a Chick-fil-A. Hey, look, you need to come clean this table here. I don't care if this is fast food. This is nasty. You know what I'm saying? I want to sit down. Right now I'm in a time where I don't have the privilege to just get up and leave. And this is not drive-through. I need to sit down properly. I'm going through a lot now. I need your tables to be clean, okay? And y'all need to change out those rags. Using that same rag over and over the day. You go to Goodwill, get a whole bunch of rags. Learn to throw those rags away. Even my own self. Now, see, like I say, a lot of things I just like you come in contact with some folks and you could just pick up some habits. Okay, let me turn this light on because I know some of y'all be talking about I ain't got enough light on up in your video and stuff like that. But hey, look, it's a deck of cards now. The natural light just is winding on down. But have you change? You get a whole bunch of things, and I believe they $2, $3 from the Goodwill, and clean your tables down, dry them down. I have not been there. I haven't been to Atlanta in a while, but I don't know if I may go there. I may have a project, anything can pop up and go. And then I do. Matter of fact, one of our loved ones is right now in Atlanta. So you never know. Somebody may call and say like, "Hey, we're looking for a restaurant, but hey, it's the holidays coming up, so they're cooking themselves, so they're not particularly going to a restaurant in per se. But hey, they do go there very often, along with others. So I don't want to really be like I see. I'm just exhausted with doing this extreme research and stuff. I just want to be able to go somewhere. It needs to be perfect. It needs to be clean, and I'm uptight by clean. Okay, and people look. I hope you got some dental insurance on your folks, cause look. Their grill needs to be intact. They can't be looking like gingivitis and serving my food, okay? I understand people need a light, but I'm sorry, you got to put them in the back and have them doing some housekeeping, but you can't have them greet me and serve my food. I mean, gosh, I believe in the energy of food, and I don't goddamn want it. Your folks, like I say, have them cleaning up, have them hauling stuff in the back and washing dishes and stuff like that. That's a job for them, but they cannot be waitressing or whatever like that. People got to take care of their dinner work, and I'm encouraging you all to do that this holiday season because I'm going to try to do my best, okay? Get some childcare, depending on how these childcare arrangements go. Because these other stuff, I got childcare for, got to get this, I got to push and pull it, okay? But, hey. But I'm gonna try to get that going, and then also, the budget. Everybody want something paid attention to, but I'm gonna do that as I can before the first of the year. And that's my main thing. And my message is, hey, Xscape. Xscape. That Taurus, Pisces type of energy that comes in Sagittarius also. So Sagittarius part is what take it to that national and international level. But Xscape. Hey. TTYL, I will talk to you. Take off your shoes and relax your feet. Feels so good. Feels so good. It make you what? Clap your hands. Stomp your feet. Yeah. Feels so good. Keep it moving on. Keep it moving on. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I know what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to do a part 2, matter of fact. I'm going to add on to this here. Because this is already 39 minutes. So I'm going to do a part 2, and that's going to be short, okay? But hey, do stay tuned for part two.